Now, there's been another big development in our energy crisis today with an $18.4 billion takeover bid for Origin Energy from Canadian asset management giant Brookefield, who previously had a crack at AGL. There are lots of hurdles for this bid to overcome, including competition concerns and Foreign Investment Board approval. But let's assume this deal, or one like it, goes ahead. What does it tell us about our energy sector, and who will pay the massive cost? Well, Origin has gas assets, very valuable gas assets, and they're a gold mine, as we know. Demand for gas is not going to dissipate, and especially with the current high prices, the gas that the greenies have got a setter against in this country, well, it's highly prized globally, and it'll continue to make a fortune for energy companies into the future. And on the other side of the Origin equation is electricity. And a valuable bid like this, that's put a premium of about 50% on the value of the company. Well, it shows that overseas investors know how much government-led investment needs to happen in Australia under the current policies. There'll be private investment and government investment and guaranteed regulated returns on those investments as the renewables push continues, which is why these overseas investors want a piece of the action. I mean, just have a look at the election announcement in Victoria today. Just another $42 million, spare change really, $42 million for a bunch of community batteries. All this extra investment for no extra power, just for some very expensive storage that'll last just a few minutes at full demand. And federally, Labor pretends this can work too.
They don't really get renewable energy. They don't understand that renewable energy is the cheapest form of energy. They pay lip service to renewable energy, but they just hate all the policies that actually deliver renewable energy, Mr. Speaker.
Yeah. Tell us where it's worked, Chris Bowen. In Germany? No. California? No way. Energy crisis there. Britain? They're in strife in Britain. Spain? Same deal. Hasn't worked there. Bowen, by the way, teased Peter Dutton about dodging tough interviews, which is kind of hypocritical given that for month after month after month, Bowen has refused to come on this program and explain his world-beating, planet-saving energy policy. Anyway, when it comes to this renewable plan and all this additional investment in our energy grid, there are only two catches, but they are big ones. First, you'll pay for it, directly through the government investment and then also through the higher prices that are already hurting us, higher prices to repay all the extra private investment too. And second, of course, it won't work. We know the renewables plus storage model has not worked anywhere. We know the former chair of the Energy Security Board has admitted it might be impossible. And we know the International Energy Agency and other bodies have explained we don't have the technology yet to completely replace dispatchable power from fossil fuels or nuclear generation. But the government, the federal government, and most of the states for that matter, are continuing to hurtle down this road anyway. The energy companies, they will make a mozza. Their product will be scarce, and with scarcity comes a premium price. That's why investors want in. So they'll rake it in, and working families will lose a lot of money, and the country will end up losing more jobs too. And those outcomes are precisely the opposite to what's good for the country and precisely the opposite to what Labor promised.